Hi, my name is Sophie.
And I'm JC.
We're the co-founders of Yogi Times and relationship and communication coaches. What do you think if you and your partner could drastically improve your communication and your connection in a very short time? The way you speak makes a whole difference in the way you're phrasing your communication, makes the message go one way or another, being received one way or another. So if you could change the way you phrase what you're expressing to your partner, you could change drastically your communication.
It comes down to the words you use, so it's the words you say or don't say, forget to say, omit to say, and the types of words you use.
The way you speak to your partner can change the whole dynamic of the relationship. It's all about the phrasing, all about the way you construct your sentences, and there's a technique for that. And the technique is very short and very easy to learn. So in a very short time, you can drastically change the dynamic of your relationship. That's the beauty of this technique. That's what I love about it, right?
Yes.
Really amazing and rapid. Being in love is not enough. If you don't feel heard, seen, or understood, you will never feel fulfilled in your relationship. I have 20 years of experience in coaching relationships, couples, and what I've learned over those years is that being in love is not enough. If you don't feel heard, seen, or understood, you will never feel fulfilled in your relationship.
Yeah.
It's not in our nature. We're not built the same way, so it feels really unnatural to talk about our feelings, and we don't want to spend a lot of time. We want to resolve. We want to fix. We want to fix situations. We want our women to be happy. We want to help them. We want to please them, but we don't want to spend time in the reasons of the conflicts. We want a solution. We are solution driven. We're hunters, so we want it to make it quick, short. We want to move on. We don't want to dwell in it. It's too many words, too long, too much information, a lot of information. I feel like we want to say, so what do you want? Let's move on. Let's find a compromise right away within the first 2-3 minutes. And that's the difference between men and women. So they need to understand. We want to fix. When a woman vomits a lot of words on us, we want to run away. We want to hide. We don't want to talk. We want to cut it short. We don't want to be part of it. We first need calmness. Probably we want to have a safe and calm environment, and then I would say short sentences and straight to the point. Why we're not sharing? Great question. We're not sharing because we're not trained, and we're not. Sometimes we don't even know how we feel. Sometimes we don't know how we feel. Good and bad. That would be the two feelings that we can identify. How do you feel? Great. How do you feel? Bad. These are the two feelings we work with. There's no nuances. We don't know the nuances. All the nuances that are within, and until you study and then you see, wow, there's many ways we feel, but we just don't know. It's so unfamiliar.
Haven't been trained that way.
Yeah, we haven't been trained that way, exactly. It's as simple as this. What helped me was seeing the sheets of needs and the sheets of feelings, all the feelings that possibly exist in this world. Like, wow, this is a feeling, that is a feeling, that's a feeling. Wow, I had no idea. And then little by little you practice, and then, oh yeah, now I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling sad. Little by little you practice feeling. It's just practicing feelings. And the needs also, most of us don't know what our needs are besides eating and sleeping. So by seeing the lists of needs also, open my mind, says, oh wow, that's a need, that's a need. Oh, I have that need. Oh no, I don't have that need. To be heard, just the need to be heard is a basic one, but it's a big one. Just wow, I didn't know I had that was my need. I felt frustrated before, but I didn't know why I was frustrated. And then when I was explained, oh, it's because you may have a need to be heard. Is that right? Yeah, yeah, that's why. So instead of being angry at the other person, is you turn it around and you say, oh yeah, it's me, it's my need. Oh wow, it feels good, it feels peaceful, it feels calming, it feels grounding to know what your needs are. It's another world.
It's not just about being heard and seen and understood. It's about the way you're receiving information, the way the communication between you and your partner is being phrased. And it makes a big difference. It's a simple shift, but the way you're phrasing your communication will change the way you're hearing the communication and therefore the way you will take it in. Yes.
Okay.
After 20 years of using this technique, we feel very confident that it is a key component of having a harmonious marriage. Using this technique changes the way you feel in your relationship. And because you feel good and you feel connected, you feel heard, you feel seen, you feel understood, then you feel more fulfilled.
Yeah, you do not feel attacked, you feel more present, you feel connected.
You get a lot more energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, as you were saying, Jesse, and you always say that, is that if you don't spend time having arguments, then you have so much energy to be connected. You have so much more energy for all the other moments of the relationship that are much more joyful and connected.
You have time for quality time.
Yes, like right now. About the NVC technique is that you can solve conflict in a matter of seconds sometimes. We sometimes have 30 seconds argument, but then boom, it's solved.
Even shorter sometimes.
Even shorter, 3-4 seconds. Or we don't even get into an argument because we have this way of interacting that is very technical. And because it's so technical, it's so safe.
We know each other's feelings and needs also after a while practicing the technique. You know the feelings and the needs are pretty much the same all the time, and they come back. They come back, so I know.
Often. It's always the same in the end.
Yes, so it becomes easy.
Exactly. Yes, if you give me 30 seconds, I will explain further. Changing your communication doesn't have to take a long time. You just have to understand how to phrase your communication, and that makes a big difference, right? In a very short time, you can shift the way you communicate with your partner, and it will make a whole difference.
If you use the NVC technique that will teach you these 3 steps, you'll see you'll have different conversations. You'll feel at ease. You'll have peaceful conversations. You'll resolve your issues really rapidly. It's a matter of practice. We teach you the technique and you practice over and over. It's like learning a new language. You practice and you'll see miracles. NVC stands for Nonviolent Communication. We've been practicing NVC for 20 years or so, and we've seen miracles. Sometimes there's a start of a fight, an argument, and it lasts 2, 3, 4 seconds because we use it and we've been practicing for so many years. So that's what you can achieve. Is that we used to argue for a little while. It could last half an hour, 1 hour, 2, 3 hours. We were in our mood, in our zone for 2, 3 hours, and then we reduced it now to 30 seconds, sometimes 3 seconds. It goes really fast, and then we are out of it.
Well, first of all, we are very lucky to have been introduced to the NVC techniques at the very beginning of our relationship. So it made a big difference for us because we therefore never had to go in deep conflict and deep interactions that were negative. But at the beginning of our relationship, there was a few interactions where we misunderstood each other. I was not understanding what he meant and I got upset, or vice versa. What NVC brought to us was a an actual technique, a practical technique that gives us an instant referral on how to interact with each other. So it's a 3-step technique, very, very powerful, that you very quickly refer to in your mind in order to progress into your interaction with your partner. So before the NVC technique, we would have conversation with each other, and we would get confused, and sometimes we didn't like the way we answered to each other. We were not fulfilled with the answer. We didn't feel heard. We didn't feel understood. Once we learned the NVC technique, we knew exactly how to express the way we felt and the needs that was behind the way we felt. So it was very clear, very powerful, and therefore it changed the way we self-expressed and also the way we heard what our partner was saying. That makes a big difference. We are going to also to offer an amazing webinar where we'll go step by step in explaining all the obstacles that the relationships are going through, which is, there's certain obstacles that every relationship goes through. And in this webinar, we will give you the number one secret that's going to alleviate a lot of those negative conflict that you're having in the relationship. It's one simple secret. And I'm so excited when I speak about that, because it is truly one secret, one simple element that will shift the whole communication in your relationship.
Yes, and we will use role play. So we will use one concrete example of a real life experience that usually happens in couples, and you'll see how we can dismantle it.
Exactly.
With the help of the technique.
How we can turn it around. So in doing role playing during the webinar, you will get a really good understanding of where you could be in the conflictual situation with your partner and how we get you out of it, regardless if your partner has learned the NVC technique, regardless if your partner really is hearing you or understanding you. There's a way that you can speak and express yourself that will shift the entire communication. That's what's so fantastic about this technique. It's immediate, and you don't have to have your partner knowing about the technique to actually get the technique to work. Right, Jessie?
Yes. And it's not about manipulating. So it has nothing to do with manipulation. It's about connection, about presence, sharing what you feel, sharing what's on your mind, sharing what's in your heart. And it's a technique, but in the end, it brings people to their heart.
Yes. And after 20 plus years of coaching, having thousands and thousands of hours with couples, with individuals, we feel very confident that one key component of a fulfilling relationship is to integrate NVC in your communication skills, in your communication with your partner. Very important. We actually often laugh about, we don't know how couples can function without knowing this technique. That's always Jessie's thoughts when we have live workshop, that we hear people interacting and we do role playing at the beginning of the workshop, and we're amazed of how people can function without knowing this technique.
There's actually no way it can function. It doesn't work, and we no wonder why, because we're speaking the other way around. We're usually trained to blame or shame. In our childhood, we're programmed to blame and shame.
And evaluate and interpret situation instead to connect to the way we feel and connect to what we need in the end. Because the feelings that we have are always an indicator that there's a need behind it. And most people are not aware of that. And this is our absolute passion to transmit this technique so many, many more couples can have a good time. When there is love between you two, but you can't seem to communicate and it's painful that you can't communicate with each other, we want to bring that little secret to you, that little secret that is not a secret, because NVC has been known for a long time, but we like to share it with you in the way we've learned worked efficiently and rapidly.